Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're diving into a digital revolution that's sweeping across Africa. And, what's fascinating is that it's not being driven by fancy new hardware or massive infrastructure projects. Nope, it's all about short, simple, 60-second videos. So, the big question is, why? Why are these short videos absolutely taking over an entire continent? Well, to really get it, we first have to kind of zoom out and look at the bigger picture, how the whole idea of watching video is fundamentally changing. And that change is, well, it's a massive pivot away from traditional long-form video. More and more, audiences are looking for content that's quick, it's engaging, and it just fits perfectly into their busy lives. We're seeing this trend just explode in key markets like Nigeria and Kenya, and it's all fueled by modern lifestyles and the fact that pretty much everyone has a smartphone. But here's the kicker. YouTube Shorts didn't have to start from zero. Millions of people were already on YouTube every single day. But to really truly understand why Shorts was the perfect fit at the perfect time, we have to talk about a major hurdle that has really shaped how people use the internet for years. That's right. For millions and millions of people, the cost of mobile data has just been this massive wall. It's the thing that's always stood in the way. It turns something we might take for granted, like streaming hours of HD video, into a total luxury. Definitely not an everyday thing. And this is the exact problem Shorts was built to solve. They use way less data, they load instantly, and they're incredibly cheap to watch compared to longer videos. This just completely flips the script on the economics of watching video for the average person. And we're not talking about a small difference here. Let me put it this way. For the same amount of data it takes you to watch just one 10-minute video, you could watch about 20 different shorts. Think about that. That's not just a little better, it's a massive, monumental leap in who can actually access this stuff. So you've got this reality of high data costs on one side, and this growing demand for quick, snackable content on the other. The stage was just perfectly set for something new to come in and win. And YouTube's play here was, honestly, it was a masterstroke. They took this proven, super addictive scrolling format and plugged it right into a platform that hundreds of millions of people already knew, used, and trusted. It made switching over to Shorts totally seamless. But this whole shift is about so much more than just what people are watching. It's actually creating a brand new digital economy, and it's empowering a whole new generation of creators and entrepreneurs. Okay, but here's the real game changer. Monetization. YouTube didn't just copy the format. They brought their entire structured ad system along with it. See, on other platforms, making money can be, kind of hit or miss. But this gave creators a clear, reliable path to actually build a career from their short videos. And just look at who's benefiting. It's everyone. We're talking comedians, dancers, fashion brands, local restaurants, you name it. They're all using Shorts to find new customers and new fans. It has basically just lowered the barrier to entry, letting a whole new wave of talent find their voice. And what's cool is that a clear playbook for how to succeed is already taking shape. It's not just about getting lucky, it's a real strategy. The creators who are blowing up are the ones who are tapping into local culture, who are posting all the time, and who are actually focused on building a real community. But look, having one viral hit is great and all, but building a sustainable career, that's a whole different ballgame. And this is exactly where Shorts offers this unique long-term edge. This concept of longevity is what really truly sets it apart. You know how on some platforms a trend is hot one day and gone the next? Well, because of YouTube's powerful search engine, a really good short can keep finding new audiences for months, sometimes even years later. When you actually put it all side by side, the advantages are just crystal clear. Shorts content is more evergreen, the monetization is way more reliable, and it's all built on this massive audience that's already there. This lets creators build up a library of content that just keeps working for them long after they hit publish. So when you put all these different pieces together, the audience shift, the data problem, the money, the longevity, what does it all mean for the future? Where is this all heading? Well, it's pointing to what you might call a perfect storm for growth. Smartphone access is still going up, data is slowly but surely getting cheaper, and on top of all that, there's this huge global hunger for African culture, from Afrobeats to local comedy. Shorts is basically the perfect delivery system for all of it. So the main takeaway here, it's pretty clear, and it's pretty urgent. For any creator, any brand, any business on the continent, the time to get serious about this format isn't next year or next month. It is right now. And that really leaves us with one final powerful thought. We're not watching a slow, gradual evolution here. This is a full-blown, rapid-fire revolution. The shift is already happening, and it is completely redefining Africa's digital future at a speed that's just incredible.